NASA knows a secret about you. The US government has a secret about you. The elite have a secret about you. There's a reason that black cells are literally in outer space. Your royal DNA cellular bloodline is filled with the God particle, but it lies dormant within you. Beloved, my name is Vicki Dillard. I received supernatural insight concerning your messenger DNA code from a supernatural messenger. If you're not supernatural, this isn't for you, but if it's for you, you don't want to miss my ancestral messenger DNA code activation part 2 on the most magical day of the year. Don't miss it. The link is below. Signs and wonders follow. Don't miss it. 12/12/21 is your day to ascend into your God particle. Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm pleased to be a contributor here on African Diaspora News Channel. Please make sure you give us a big thumbs up, and share this broadcast with the world. Thank you so very much. Listen, your sister with the curly braids wants to give you this update. Now, you all know that we respect the different platforms that we're on, and we don't go into great detail about the global plague that's going on in the world for obvious reasons, right? You can check out our website for more information about less censored shows. So I'm very circumspect about how we discuss it, but I want you to notice a principle here. Not even about the you know what, but about a principle from this authoritarian democratic regime that is the Biden administration. We are specifically calling them the authoritarian Democrats because it's the authoritarians that have messed up people's jobs, businesses, their families' educational flow, daycare flow, shopping. They're the ones that's trying to impose passports and stuff like that, not only to travel and so forth, but also to even shop, to even work out. These are your authoritarian Democrats. These are your authoritarian Democrats that fight for a woman's right to choose, saying that a government does not get to tell a woman what to do with her bodies, but they play dumb and they don't connect the dots and use that same train of thinking when it comes down to this other thing. You all know that we agree that this is a problem in the world, that this is a real issue. However, we believe that it should be a more hands on deck, and you should not force someone to do something, especially when you know it's not 100% shoe-in. Talk black to me. Well, in the latest move here, and there's been some breaking news since then, but in this piece written by Danielle Wallace, this is very telling. Of course, this is in a lot of other publications as well. But this particular one, I'm reading it because of the headline gets to the point. Oklahoma National Guard won't enforce Biden's you know what mandate. Republican Governor Kevin Stitt, I hope that's how you pronounce his name, or Stitt, asking Defense Secretary Lord Austin to suspend military you know what requirement. It says that the new leader of the Oklahoma National Guard said none of his members will currently be required to become let's call it vacation for the you know what, a step that contradicts with the Biden administration's mandate for the military. Now, family, since then, the news was showing that the Pentagon had planned to take action, and I call it to retaliate. Because for those of you that don't know, there's a law that gives states, meaning governors, the right to activate their National Guards. But now you can see that the Pentagon and the president, clearly coming down from the president, the White House, is working to override those particular powers. So even though it's a state entity in the way that the National Guard operates, it's still a federally funded situation. And there are some provisions to where the Pentagon or the president can make certain moves ostensibly to override the decision of the governor. Now, what I find interesting is, again, we're not here to debate the you know what, but I want to know, what about principles that our ancestors took with civil disobedience to where they literally violated the law because it was unjust and it wasn't right? Are we now going to spit in our ancestors' face and say they should have complied with the law on that? What about the provision in the military and similar provisions in other areas of people activity that deal with a similar principle called conscientious objection. How many of you all know that in the military in particular, and again, this is a similar principle in other industries, but specifically, we're used to hearing that phrase with the military, there's a such thing as conscientious objection, to where based on your conscience, there are certain things that you have an exemption from. So should we say that that should be thrown away now? We ought to mandate now conscientious objections doesn't apply. Civil disobedience doesn't apply. Do you understand the contradiction here? I'm just trying to show you how so many people are pushing back on these whole countries that we're not even hearing from in the United States in particular. But family, again, I'm saying that if you know that the juice that they're giving us doesn't prevent folks from getting it or spreading it, why aren't we taking a more holistic approach to say, hey, let's find alternative things that would mitigate the spread of this, since we know that the juice that we're pushing is not a shoo-in. It doesn't stop people from getting or spreading it. So that just seems to make sense. And more than even that, the fact that you're demonizing and literally destroying businesses and lives because you're trying to force someone to do something instead of coming up with an alternative way to mitigate the likeliness of the spread and its effects tells us everything we need to know. So family, thank you so much for tuning into the Vicki Show. I want you to make sure that you sign up today for my cosmic worldwide ancestral messenger DNA code webinar activation part 2. On the most magical day of the year. Are y'all hearing me? Mark your calendar. Sunday, December 12th. Sunday, December 12th. 12/12/21. Baby, just before the new year gets ready to hit, we're getting ready to add a new layer to our melanated cellular blood power. I break down what these codes are. I didn't give folks 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I gave us almost 4 hours the last webinar I did. 7 countries showed up, folks throughout the United States and 7 countries. There's a reason that these frequency vibrations that I set in order, because the ancestors moved me to do so, resonated with folks throughout the United States and around the world. If you want to be a part of this secret, sacred group, and you want to get notified when I get ready to drop in just a few days, you want to go and get on my email list ASAP at onpurposewithvicky.com. My name is spelled Vicki. My name is not short for Victoria. My mother said I didn't look like a Victoria. There are no K's and there are no double K's in my name. There are no E's in my name, and there are no Y's in my name. My name is spelled Vicki. The link for the website should be somewhere below. Follow me on my Instagram page at Vicki X Dillard to see the numerous testimonies over the past several posts that you can see there. It's on Twitter. It's on my Facebook page. It's all over social media. I move with signs and wonders. Baby, I know I'm not your regular kind of spiritual metaphysical teacher. All I know is I can produce fruit. But this is a part of my spiritual unique assignment, and because I'm connected to a unique spiritual cord. If you want to get in on it to change your lineage, your family, and everything interconnected to you, baby, join today. Get on my email list so you'll know when we drop, because we're going to be ready to go come Black Friday. I can't wait to see you again.
Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.